shout of praise. Oh, there's only one name we lift up.
Howdy. So, as you saw, I went and took Kips up to Wags and Wiggles to get his nails trimmed because he won't let me do it. He won't let me and Shane do it. He's real dramatic. So I took him up to Wags and Wiggles, which is where Wyatt used to work. So I called Wyatt's old boss, and she remembered me. It's been several years since he worked there. She remembered me, and she's like, bring him up here. So we got his nails clipped. And then we went up to the water treatment plant where Shane works, and he gave me a grand tour, and it is fascinating. I wanted to vlog so bad, but it's city, so you can't vlog it. But it was neat. I felt like I was on a field trip. It is incredible what goes into getting the water clean to just turn on your faucet and get a drink of water. It's major. It's major. It's so much more than I had ever thought. Hey, Kips. He's back there. But anyway, so we went and did that, and I took him lunch, and on my way home, we're about 30 minutes from my house. We're in Tulsa. I live in Broken Arrow. But I made a little detour because I want to show you the house that we lived in when Wyatt was born. So when I was married to the boy's dad, we had no money. We had our little family, and we had Alex and Brittany. Brittany is also another kid of mine from Chris. Chris was married prior. Anyway. So I was going to show you the house that the boy's dad and I bought. The first house I've ever bought in my whole life, and where we had Wyatt. Let me show you. Right there. That little white house. This was my first house I ever bought. Isn't that cute? That's where Wyatt was born, where we lived when he was born. And we had that house for several years. And then we started moving around, and we turned it into a rent house. So when we moved to Iowa, when we moved to Michigan, when we moved to North Carolina, 'cause when I was married to the boy's dad, we moved a lot for his work, and we would rent it out. And I'll tell you what, anytime we rented, I would never do that again. Anytime we rented that house out, we would come back to complete destruction. Like, there's renters out there who just don't care, and they will tear up your property. Anyway, lots of memories in that little house. It does not have central heat and air. It had a floor furnace, so I had to watch the boys and make sure that they didn't step on it, because it was right at the start of the hallway. And then it had one built-in window unit in the dining room to cool the whole house. So that little house is about 1,100 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. And we ripped off the paneling. We repainted, we textured the walls, we repainted everything. It was a fun little project. And it backs right up to the cemetery. And that's the house where, when we were looking at it, it's 4666 East Independence, and it backs up to the cemetery. And I remember telling Mom, and she's like, oh my God, you guys are going to buy that house with that address? 4666 East Independence, and it backs up to a cemetery? And I'm like, Mom, there's a 4 in front of the 3 6s, first of all. And cemeteries, to me, cemeteries are very peaceful, calming, beautiful thing. I don't think of cemeteries as scary or creepy or anything. I like cemeteries. But anyway, so we lived there. And this is where I lived when I met Shanna. Shanna's the one that does my hair. You guys have met Shanna. We've been to her salon. So we're going to drive around here and I'm going to show you where she lived. So when I met Shanna, she was working at a salon. She was at they didn't have any money either. Her kids were little. That's how my kids and her kids met. And our little church we went to was over here. It burned down. It burned down several years back and they had to rebuild the building. But anyway, when I met Shannon, she started doing my hair. God, it was, let's see, Alex is 30. It was about 25 years ago. She started doing my hair and she used to do it at her house in her kitchen. So I'm gonna prop you guys in your car seat and we'll drive around to Shayna's house. So I used to just get in my car from my little house right here and we'd drive around to Shayna's house and the boys would play and she'd do my hair. So let me turn you around. This neighborhood is so old. Hang on. Let me get it. Here we go. All right, let's go to Shayna's. You guys are just seeing a bunch of dashboard, but so Wyatt will be 25 in November. So we bought that house when I was, I don't know, probably 5-6 months pregnant. We were in an apartment. And this little gray building right here, that's where Alex used to go to daycare. You can see it. Alex went to daycare there. It's a different company now, but it was the best little daycare and he loved it. So we just tootle on around here. I'm gonna take you off your seat. Hang on. There's the elementary school that Alex went to for a year. I think he went, yeah, he went there for a year. And this right here was Shanna's house. Oh, my camera's dirty. Hang on. Took us about 20 seconds to get over here. But that's Shanna's house. She still owns it and her mom lives there, I think. But that's, God, long time ago. Little part of my past. And this is between Shane's work and our house. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drive by the first house I ever bought and show him. So anyway, I would love to have a house like that now, to downsize. You know, the kids are all grown. I mean, when Riley gets done with college. Okay, I'll get back to you. There's a bunch of kids in the road. I gotta pay attention. We're home. We had to stop off. Words. We had to stop off at the park. So we stopped at La Fortune and Kips went running around. I just made him some dinner. I brought him up a hamburger patty and some green beans. But I wanted to show y'all what I did. I busted out my bread maker and I haven't busted it out in a couple of years. So I'm making a loaf of French bread. So 3.5 hours, it'll be done. I'm excited. Okay, so my bread's still baking. It's like a 3.5 hour deal. We probably have another hour or so. But I am making a quick recipe that I found, a low carb recipe that I had put on Facebook, and I always post recipes on Facebook so I can go back if I want to. Well, Shane sees them and he's like, I want that, that, and that. So I was gonna make hamburger patties with brown gravy and onions tonight, but he saw this recipe and he's like, I want that. And I'm like, okay. And I also made a big bowl of guacamole. So anyway, you just take cheese. I've never made this before, but it's real easy. Preheat your oven to 250. You just get cheddar cheese. I cut mine into squares. And then it said to take everything bagel seasoning and sprinkle it on there. We're gonna eat these with our guacamole. Okay, and then you take pepperonis, and it calls for the little pepperonis, but I just have the regular pepperonis, so I'm gonna cut these in half. Like this. This is 24 pieces of cheese, so I'm gonna need 24 pepperonis. So I'm taking 12 pepperonis. And we're just gonna place them on there. I'm not gonna make you sit here. Let me get these on real quick. Okay, so I got them all put together. Stick them in the oven. Alexa, set the timer for 18 minutes.
18 minutes, starting now.
Let me bring you down out of the sky. Y'all are way up in the sky. Let me show you my big bowl of guacamole I made. So when I was at Walmart yesterday, I found 2 bags of Hass avocados on clearance, and there was like 8 avocados per bag, and they were like $1.48 on clearance. And I've found that sale before. There was 2 bags left. Whenever avocados go on clearance at my Walmart, they're gone quick and in a hurry, so I always look for them. And when I find avocados for $1.48 a bag, a Hass, I grab them. So there was 2 left, I grabbed them. But you know, they're on clearance because they're ripe. So when you get them, you got to eat them quick and in a hurry. So this is what I did. And I've gotten many compliments on my guacamole, and it blows my mind because it's like the easiest recipe in the whole world. All I do. Mash up my avocado, throw in picante, Great Value brand, salt. That's it. That's all I do. And I've had people like, how do you make your guacamole? We're having guacamole. Amy, make the guacamole. And I'm like, y'all, it's picante. It's just picante sauce. That's it. That's all it is. That's it. And then, of course, love. You gotta add love. Okay. I'll be back when these are done. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. Shane will be home any minute. Any minute. He'll be walking in the door. Okay. See you in a bit. With parchment. Okay. Okay. Here they are. I haven't tried them yet, but Shane did. He said they're good. That. Did you dip it in guacamole?
Yeah, dip guacamole.
Baby, who makes the best guacamole?
My wife does.
That's so good. Just an easy peasy recipe. I already told y'all. Okay, let me try it. It's a cheese cracker. I think next time I'll put the whole pepperoni on there.
Yeah.
Dip it in guacamole. They're greasy. Well, good. Yummy.
Yummy.
I think that's all I got for this vlog.
Huh? What is it?
Whenever I make the hamburger patties, brown gravy, and onions, it's like a Salisbury steak, but I forgot to buy mushrooms. But when I make that, I'll vlog it at some point over Sunday or Monday. We were gonna do it last night, we didn't. We were gonna do it tonight, and we didn't.
Maybe we can do them tomorrow.
So either tomorrow or Monday. It'll be the next day or two because I gotta cook that hamburger meat because it's in the fridge. Those are really good. We finished off the kale salad. Ooh, yeah, hot as cheese. We finished off the kale salad, and then Shane made a sandwich and put some of the mozzarella. He got let me put it up here a little bit so we can. Oh, there he is. He got some sourdough and spread guacamole on it,
I could.
like that. And then he put bacon, tomato, and mozzarella, and mayonnaise. You're still not in the frame, hardly.
And now we're going to take a little pretzel from the snack factory.
Mm-hmm.
If you like pretzels
We're good.
and you like delis, you might like these pretzel deli style chips.
That's a shout out to Logan Snack Reviews.
Let me make a little sandwich like that.
We like us some Logan Snack Reviews. It's on Mike's channel. Mike, I don't know if you ever watch my channel anymore, but I still watch your channel. I don't ever leave comments. But I've been watching your channel, and we love it when you and Logan do snack reviews. We're just in here low carb snacking, picking for dinner.
Picking and grinning.
That's good. Tastes better with sapori tomatoes in it. I thought sapori, best tomatoes in the whole world. Let me show you. I'm sure I've showed you already. You guys have heard me talk about sapori tomatoes 500,000 times, but these are them. In case I haven't showed you in a while, you can get them at Walmart. And they're so good, I had to go research them. It's just a cocktail tomato, but they're grown in Canada. And if you go to their Sapori website, it tells you how they're farmed, where they're grown. Real good tomatoes. Oh, they're so good. They just have a better flavor. So good. Now, when I took lemons out of the freezer. Hey. This is what's for dinner. Baby, give us a smile. Okay. Look, shout out to the Shane train. We went from more Shane to the Shane train. I love that girl, by the way. She's like, I'll be talking real sweet about you. And she's like, this is why I'm on the Shane train. Love me some Shane.
Well, like I tell her, all I am is you know how like you'd watch Love Boat and you got the captain and you got, who was Steubing? Who was that? Was that the doctor? Captain Steubing. You had Gopher You had Isaac, the bartender.
And then you had the plane.
Well, maybe that's Fantasy Island.
Oh, what show are we on?
Love
Boat.
I'm just the special guest star coming in on Friday.
Whatever.
Well, my job is easy.
We all love Shane.
She's the captain and the first mate and the cook and the dock and the Love Boat all together.
Tell him about just real quick, how you went and got records the other day, and then the lady called you back, and what'd you bring home last night? This is cool.
Well, so I bought some records. Let's see if I can find a picture.
I'm not gonna get out of this.
So here, it was on Facebook Marketplace. Here was the picture, right there. That's the picture. That was the only picture. Now, if you look closely, you'll see two albums. Of all these, you see two albums right there: Europe and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. Well, I saw those. So I'm like, is this like a fish, like a bait and switch thing? So I went messaged them on I don't remember what day, but I went, I think on Sunday, and picked them up. And then so I went there, like right away. I pulled like 50 out, and here's a little snapshot of just like 8 of that. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah.
Europe, Def Leppard Pyromania, Def Leppard Hysteria, 2 80s Kiss albums, Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual, Prince, Purple Rain, Wham. But like, those were all $1 a piece. All 50 of these records were $1 a piece. And I was like, holy cow. Well, then, like, people like came in behind me. I was the first one there, and I had like 15 minutes, and I heard him talking about, it was a guy and his mom, and I heard him talking about, oh, you have other people coming? Yeah, they're on their way. And so I knew I had to hurry. And then like this one guy comes in, he's like, well, my 2 buddies are right behind me, and they all like swarmed. And so I was like, I am getting out of here. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Because
it was getting too people-y.
It was too people-y, and it was like, I'm not gonna say, but it wasn't. I didn't like the way it was going. So anyway, I bowed out, came home, went through my albums, looked through them, cleaned them, packaged, did everything I do, because I'm gonna keep a few of them and sell a bunch of them. But she called me back. They messaged me a couple days later, and because I told them, I said, hey. I said, if you don't, they were talking about selling, they had a bunch of 45s, and I didn't go through the 45s or anything. But I told them, I said, and he was talking about taking them somewhere and selling them. I said, hey, if nobody buys the 45s, I said, I'd be interested in making you an offer on them. So anyway, they messaged me back and said, hey, if you want to come, you can come. And so I arranged it. I went over there, and they just gave them to me. And it was like 10 boxes, big boxes of 45s. And what it was is her husband passed away, and it was all his stuff. I was going to take a picture today. Here's one of the boxes, and all those are 45s. So I don't know how many total. I've been sorting through them the last few days. Probably 1,500 maybe. And like some of them I've been sorting, like some of them are like old, like 50s and 60s, and nothing Perry Como, and stuff like that. Not really interested. K-Star and Burl Ives and stuff like that, and that's a bunch of them. But there's a bunch of like Simple Minds and Aha and The Cure and Aerosmith, and Journey, and just and a lot of them are still in their like picture sleeves, you know. So I'm pretty excited.
It's a lot of vinyl.
It's a bunch. I've still got them. I've been sorting through them,
Are they still
and
in your, you have them in your car? You bring them in?
well, no, they're because it's raining. I don't want to bring them in right now, but I can grab a couple. I can grab a few. Where they at?
Yeah, so last night he was like, pulled out this one box and he told me that she gave him to him. And then he was like, I mean, they were everywhere. All these little 45s were everywhere. And then he was like, I have 7 more boxes in my car. I was like, well, what? I'm like, is there anything good in there? And he just starts pulling out all this vinyl. Hang on. Let's come in here. Let me show you what he's got going on.
Well,
I wanted to show them all. Are your records still on the bar?
Yeah, well, and that was one box.
Looky here. I'm gonna turn you around. Welcome to Johnny Lee's. There's one box. So he got how many boxes?
Like 10.
That's one box.
And you can't tell, but I mean, it's this deep, and it's all. I mean, there's probably 300 or 400 in there, I would guess.
Yeah. And then of course, you know, there's vinyl and CDs and cassettes and more cassettes and more vinyl.
This is all the vinyl that's like decent that I can sell. Like, and these you just gave these to me the other day. This is part of the one. Or wait. Yeah, this is part of the one. Is it? I don't even remember. I can't even remember. I've gotten so much.
For those of you who have never been in here, this is what we call Johnny Lee's. So Shane built a wall in the garage. And this is my yoga studio. And yes, I have a dance pole for my holistic yoga. Now that I've been at Hotworks, I don't do pole yoga very much anymore, but it's the garage and there's no air, so it's been way too hot. So when it cools off, I'll spend more time out here. And Riley works out here quite a bit. We got our weights and our yoga mats, and you know, we got Prince in the house, we got Madonna in the house. Hey girl. And we got our video games and our neon. Some of it's turned on. There's Michael Jackson over there. But anyway, this is the bar. So half of the garage is Johnny Lee's that's not usually piled up with vinyl, and our outside refrigerator, and then my yoga studio. So most of you guys have been out here, but we don't spend time out here in the summer too much because it's too hot. Huh?
All these were part of it.
Oh yeah, there's more.
All these.
There's vinyl coming out of every seam of my
Bon
house.
Jovi picture disc from 1986.
Did you buy that, or was that gifted?
No, that was part of it. That was part of the stuff.
We need to like frame that one. Look at him. Did we all just love him? It's dark in here. Looky there. So young and cute. Yeah, there's vinyl out of every crevice of our house.
But come in here, baby.
Okay.
There's stuff you haven't seen yet.
Oh.
Not that big a deal, but this was.
And then this is the Regal Beagle.
This was in there, brand new. This is like a new press.
Credence.
Greatest hits.
Cecilia.
It's kind of cool.
Hey, you're just now showing me that? It's like one of my favorite bands of all time.
It might be different color vinyl. No, it's black. But all these are sealed, not the Aerosmith. But these are all sealed.
Coal Miners? Oh, that's not sealed.
No.
I love that album.
Harry Belafonte, that is sealed.
God.
Barbara Mandel, Lee Greenwood, that's
Oh
sealed.
my gosh. Who's that?
Rusty Warren. It's a comedy album.
Blue Bayou?
Hits for dancing and listening, baby.
Okay. We'll have to bust that out, see what it's about.
Chick. Thought Good Times might be on that, but it's not. These are all sealed. Eddie Rabbit. Step
Eddie
by Step,
Rabbit.
all sealed. Tony Orlando, another Harry Belafonte.
That Barbara Mandrell.
Greatest hits.
Oh, you got a Christmas album. Who
Andy
is it?
Williams, Christmas.
No, I don't know him.
And then this one's cool. It's Crystal Gale. It's
Crystal Gale and all her hair.
Kind of cool.
Nice.
Seal albums are always cool.
And he's got more music here. He's got vinyl there.
Let me stop it down.
CDs there. More vinyl there. It's everywhere.
Sorry.
It's everywhere.
Sorry, baby. I'm in the attic.
It's what we do. He collects the vinyl and I collect the plants. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off now. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm full.
I think so.
I ate too much cheese. This lighting is horrible. It's bad lighting. Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, we can do the whole show if you want, but
I'm too
we should
full.
it's probably a good time since we've been doing this to drop the other news.
Oh, you can put a plug in. He's got a plug to put in for you. You got to come over here, Bubba.
So we're gonna start doing. What's it called, baby? WhatsApp? Is it WhatsApp?
No.
I think it's WhatsApp.
It's an auction app. I can't remember.
Hold on.
We have our little window unit going over here, so it's kind of loud.
I don't even know what not.
What not? What
Is
not?
that it?
No, I don't think so.
What not?
Is it what not? Okay.
What not? What not? It's what not. And we'll post a link where you can get $15 off. Use our whatever. You know what I'm talking about. But we'll post it here, maybe right there. And then if you sit in on one of the auctions, you can spend that money at the auction. It's kind of cool. It's $15 and you get it for free. So
We'll let you know before we.
But yeah, we're probably still a week or so away. I was going to try to do it this week, but with all this new stuff, I got inundated, so haven't been able to do it. But
And it's his thing. I'm gonna help him with the first one, whatever he needs my help with.
probably
It's
all
his-
of them.
It's his first one, so we really don't know what we're doing. But before we do it, we'll let
It's-
you know. But you have to download the Whatnot app.
Yeah, but it's just like going live. It'll be live. It's just like going live on YouTube.
Yeah,
So-
and you guys can actually buy.
Yeah, and
What we've
we
got.
can see, like who's bidding and whatnot. So and whatnot.
And at some point, we'll start putting all the band T-shirts, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do like the first one. I was planning on doing like 20 or 25 albums, like 5 or 10 of the band T-shirts, and I was gonna do some cassettes.
Music
So,
and T-shirts.
Yeah.
The stuff that we've been hoarding,
Hoarding.
just for when eBay fell through, and his booth at the flea market. There's nowhere to put the shirts, so we got to do something with all these shirts. We got a lot of band.
We don't have a
shirts.
lot.
I think we have a lot.
We have like 30 maybe.
That's a lot. Anyway, we'll let you know before. Okay, now I'm really gonna go. We love you guys. The Lord loves you more. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next video. I know I already ended the video, but the bread's done. So let me show you the bread. It smells good. It smells good. So here it is. I haven't used my bread maker in forever. It just comes right out. Looky there. It's a pound and a half. Baby, do you want to try a piece of butter while it's hot?
Buttered bread?
Yeah.
Yes.
He said yes. We gotta, I'm not hungry at all, but we've gotta have a little slice while it's hot. I got real butter right here. Woo! Oh my gosh. Ugh. I totally forgot. Listen, I forgot. For a hot minute, I had a bread maker. Why do we buy bread? Well, over the last 15 months, we haven't eaten a whole lot of bread. We're just now getting back into it. So, low carb life. This is just full of carbs. So, I can't just be making it on the regular. I guess I could and then freeze it. Oh, it's hot. Is hot, fresh, homemade bread. Oh, you guys, it smells incredible. This bread maker I got off of Amazon years ago. I'll put the link down below if it's still there. And you can make regular bread, whole wheat bread, which I almost made because I have whole wheat flour. Sweet bread. This is French bread. Oh my gosh. If you do it, you got to put real butter on it. Mm. Yeah, I can't just be making this on the regular because I'll be right back up to 160 pounds. Okay, I'm gonna go give this to Shane. Love you. The Lord loves you more. Bye.